When you're ranked in the top 5, your very existence is a cauldron of pressure. And that is ratcheted up when you go on the road. And this highly ranked squad has found itself coming into a snake pit in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Texas Tech Red Raiders, Jones AT&T Stadium in Lubbock, Texas. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, facing off with another team from the Pac-12, the Texas Tech Red Raiders. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. He'll bring it out. It's Brown. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The offense will have to use its first time out of the half. On the move, it's Avath. Punches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. They're setting up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
Hey, on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass, and what would have been a huge gain. No defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. The Red Raiders will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Puts a boot to it. Didn't see a lot of him in that loss last week. Only called on twice. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Starting field position for this offense. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Oh, he's got some space. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And they'll come to the line with less than a yard to go. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Notre Dame right back to the line. To the ground. He's got it again. Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Irish!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
He'll bring it back looking for help. And a really nice job by the kick team to get down there and make sure they limit that return. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Pulls it in, it's Summers. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. Got room to work.
You know, you talk so much about QBs, right, and having to make really good decisions. There's a great example. He didn't see anybody open downfield. He didn't hesitate for 1 second. He put his head down, and he took off and went running and generated an explosive play for the offense.
Takes the handoff. It's Avant. Snowed under right at the line of scrimmage for no gain on the play.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Bought a little time, lets it go. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Good play call offensively, and that's the right place to go with the football if you're the quarterback, but just a better job by the defender knocking that ball down.
Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Touchdown, Notre Dame! Stealing a score on special teams. That return man saw daylight the instant the ball touched his hands, and he darted to it and took it to the house.
And Reese, I think it's one of the hardest things to do in football, to catch the ball as all these guys are flying around you, and you got to take it, make them miss, try to find spaces and creases that aren't there. Great job making a huge play. Special teams and punt returns coming up big.
Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Defenders everywhere as he is stopped for a loss of 5.
A lot of times offenses will do the FIB, formation into the boundary, try to take advantage of you necessarily spreading out, sending more resources to the field, try to take advantage. Offense gave it a whirl, but the defense, they did not move. They did their assignments, got the TFL.
It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back, almost intercepted.
And that's why these guys played defense. If that were an offensive player or receiver, that would have easily have been a catch. Come on, man. You got to catch that and make that a pick.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Red Raiders will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Oh my, he just shanked that one. And that punt will sail out of bounds. Let's see where the official spot it. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. caught in the backfield. It's Coles. Turning it on. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. To the air, it's Walters. Got his man. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They scored fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Pressure coming. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Red Raiders will have it 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Dickey. Breaks into the open. Smashes through the tackle. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking to throw on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And that can be frustrating to watch running backs not make plays like a receiver, but they're not a receiver. And a lot of times when they have guys around them, the focus that receivers have it doesn't exist in them. And you can tell, just dropped the football, lost a little bit of focus, but I think those footsteps were close enough where he hurt him.
This time it's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Red Raiders, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Goes to the option. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
And this is what's going to drive coaches crazy. It's mental errors, right? It doesn't take any talent or lack of talent to have that penalty. You just got to watch the ball, and when it's snapped, get after the quarterback.
And the defense was anxious to get off the ball quickly. Instead, it's just a little bit closer for the offense. Wide receiver going in motion. Quarterback touch pass in the jet sweep. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking to fire. A little screen to the running back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here.
29 Philly.
Trying to get it done with the run here on 3rd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. So a scoring drive there of 83 yards and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Williams. Crosses the 35. He rolls all the way up to the 40-yard line before going out of bounds in this running game, making an impact.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't know if he's just running across the field and he's going to run a route, if he's going to block, or if he has the football. That time, he was able to outflank the defense and hurt them to get that first down.
And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, this defense knew coming into the game they were going to see the option, and they didn't know exactly how it was going to look specifically. They've seen it a few times early in this game. They've given up some yards, but it looks like they're clamping down on it now, guys, and we know they've got speed. They can go sideline to sideline. Really nice job that time. Getting Hats over to the football, getting to the pitch man in the perimeter of the field, and getting him down on the ground.
That offensive line is putting those golden domes on the defense and starting to move the ball on the ground.
And we can go back so many years, and the coaches may change, but the brand of Notre Dame is what it is. They're going to be physical. They're going to run the football. That's who they are, and that's how they're built.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the lumber.
Looking deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down.
Man, you know, you always look back in games at single plays that turn the tide. And with this defense now trailing by 2 possessions, if they could have just caught the ball and gotten that pick, that potentially changes everything in this game. That was a missed opportunity.
The Irish send out the punt unit. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working, Dave.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Second down, he'll throw it. Finds his big tight end. Tackled at the 25, but they get out of jail with a 15-yard pickup.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Back to pass on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going on this offense to ignite this fan base.
Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short.
3 and 25.
From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Stone. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Awesome job there on third down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down. He finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw.
Quarterback can pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
And I love playing man coverage on the back end, getting those receivers' faces. Don't let them feel comfortable and run zone where they can find all these holes in the zone, and my rush can't get home. Pressure them, pressure them, pressure them.
Quarterback adapting. Takes a hit as he fires. Complete to the left. The freshman brought down after bringing that one in.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
And these quarterbacks have to really trust their wide receivers that they're going to be disciplined and run to the right route when they're throwing that ball to the outside like that, because those corners are sitting there on the inside, and the worst thing that could happen is to miss inside and that cornerback be going the other direction.
Flags flying as the pass is incomplete. Let's see what the call is. Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Rushes on him. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He wants to change this route. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires deep toward the end zone. And it's incomplete. The long pass on 4th down is to no avail.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Motion from the back. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
In football, you hear the term quick but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
Looking to pass. It's Walters. Fires to the big fella. Good pick up there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Notre Dame right back to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Well, he was rolling to his right. Because of that, I don't know if it affected the timing between him and his wide receiver. They just weren't on the same page on that one as the defense comes away with the INT.
They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Finds his man. It's Marshall. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Caught behind the line. It's Williams. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The little soft flip pass falls incomplete.
And I think 3rd and short is the perfect time to run RPOs because I can give the football or make the read, but I got to make sure in these situations I'm accurate with the football either way. Wasn't accurate with the football, now you got a 4th down situation.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. The short hands, it's Williams. Made a defender miss. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Irish!
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half, running the ball, throwing the ball. They add insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Might be changing the route. To the air on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They'll get the 1st down. It's spotted on the 49.
Well, this tight end line is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
Wants to throw on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Going to try to get it himself. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
To the air on second down. Forced out of the pocket. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be third down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Out of the shotgun on third down. Oh, they're after him. Blasted as he lets it go.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Red Raiders will try to move the sticks on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Snagged in the middle. It's locked. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on fourth down? Offense at an empty set. Dropping back, it's Walters. Pocket breaking down. Fires deep on the run. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now has taken out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place. And that time, they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Catch in the middle, it's Williams. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. They'll try to get it through the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. And in the final seconds of the first half, they'll send out the field goal unit. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And they didn't get him lined up in the middle, so he'll have to knock it through from 54 yards out on the left side. No good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Red Raiders will kick it away to crank up the second half. And he's coming out of the end zone. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he had just taken the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. First play from scrimmage, and they'll keep it on the ground. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
This is going to be a big key for him, David, with the lead here in the second half, running the football, right? Staying on the field and bleeding the clock.
Yeah, run the football. You're ahead. You can be a little bit more conservative. But again, this opens up the pass. This keeps everything in balance for this offense.
So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half so far. Physically, flying around, doing a great job stopping the run. They got to play like this the rest of the game.
Looking downfield, it's Walters. He'll take a deep shot here. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Got some room to run.
RD, what a play by the safety, and then the free safety specifically. When you're playing cover two and you're sitting back at half the field responsibility, you got to see the formation and you got to understand the quarterback. You're watching the quarterback's eyes and reading him. He takes him right to the football. Free safety jumps the route, makes the INT.
Flips it out on the screen. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. The Red Raiders with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Gonna run it. It's Sticky. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. Quarterback may change this route. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got it. 1st down and more. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the 1st down. And the Red Raiders come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll take a shot. And it's caught! Touchdown, Red Raiders!
Man, a really nice job understanding I got to get to that gap where there's a little bit of open space in the middle of the field when I run that post route. QB lays it out for him, and he catches it, gets 2 feet in bounds, in the end zone, touchdown.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. And after that last score, this is just a 2-possession game now, and they'll be looking to find some cushion on this drive. There he goes. Got enough for the 1st down. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the 1st down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
They'll put it in play from the 27, 1st down. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. They'll ride the hot hand. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
But how fast did they get in there and make that tackle for a loss? If you blinked, you missed it. Nice job by the defense, getting penetration. Everybody up near the line of scrimmage, shooting the gaps quick, getting in the backfield, getting the guy to the ground.
They'll try the run. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Notre Dame lines up quickly. Looking for a man. It's Walters. They've got the screen set up. He's wrestled down right at the 35. Good job by the defense to stop that conversion attempt. 4th down coming.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. So now to try to take advantage of that defensive stop time starting to work against them a little bit, and we'll see what they can do. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
42 Spiders.
Quarterback making adjustments. He'll set up to throw. Now improvising. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
This defensive end is an animal. He already has 2 sacks, and we're only in the third quarter. I'd move him around a little bit more defensively so that the offense has no idea where he's lining up. Because right now, man, he is feasting.
Finds his big tight end. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. He's going to fire to the left. Makes a grab for a big play. They make the stop, but this junior loves to show off his arm strength, and he did it there. On the run, it's Sticky. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Finds his big tight end. He'll be out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 24.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. The Red Raiders had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Quarterback now breaking the field. Throw to the end zone, picked off. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
When you get in the red area, as a quarterback, you got to be dialed in. You got to be really sharp, really crisp. You have to play with great timing. The field is so shrunk. Everybody's got such a little area to cover. Fitting it in tight windows is tough to do, and he failed on that play right there.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
He'll grab the throw to the sideline and step out of bounds after picking up a few. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. He wants to take the top off. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down. The third down's coming up.
Well, this defense was ready for go-balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to...
Oh, there's an alley to the left. Touchdown, Notre Dame! He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Our final quarter is on deck, and it looks as if they are ready to go. What kind of field position can he help them with on the return? Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Red Raiders trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run play action. Fires to the right. He's got it. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. The Red Raiders are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Grab near the marker. It's Stone. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
It's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there. It's now a fresh set of downs.
Can't make the catch. It's incomplete, and that drop might have cost them a big play on 1st down. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Here comes the Heat. He'll throw it. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback making checks. Wants to keep it in the air. Throws to the back. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Williams. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air, it's Walters. Here's a Heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Trying to keep this drive alive. Got enough space. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. That'll give him a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And the extra point was good to finish things off. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We got to stop turning the football over.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Stone. Turning it on. And he's got enough for the first down. It'll be at the 35. And the Red Raiders want to crank the tempo. Making side adjustments here. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. The Red Raiders have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Bringing the heat. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Under fire. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Here's the pressure. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like, it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the fourth quarter.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch them when they're a little bit aggressive, not thinking about it. Nice job slipping the screen behind them, making the easy catch, and then getting downfield, picking up some extra yards.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, it's Walters. Looking for the goal line. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewart, nobody's even close to that.
Yeah, and that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And when they find quarterbacks and have great quarterback play, then I think they start to take off to that next level. And so far, he's showing that here today.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Under fire. To the end zone, and it's picked off.
2-point plays, the windows are very small to throw into. That time, he just tried to force it into a tiny window. Ended up being picked, and the offense comes away with no points.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Whitted. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Texas Tech has it back, and the Red Raider offense on its way to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big playability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Fires to the right. And the defense getting a hand in there on 3rd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Touchdown, Irish! And they turn it into a defensive score. They build this 4th quarter lead, and they are just minutes away from going 5-0.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, every game in CUSA is so very critical. How about this one today? Wake Forest is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Liberty. Just another week of Conference USA football where we... Expect the unexpected, fellas.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Looking to throw on 1st down. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The defense takes matters into its own hands. Now they've got a little breathing room after that score, and a Week 6 victory is in the offing, it appears.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense. Here in the 4th quarter, they're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas Tech ready to send the offense back onto the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David. No question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, You know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. Makes the grab on the right. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. And the Red Raiders have it with a 1st and 10. Spits it out to the back. Grab near the marker. It's Dickey. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, get him the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the 1st down.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Pressure coming. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
And the defense is good with that. Get pressure on the quarterback. Get him outside the pocket. You know it's a passing situation. Play half the field now. This defense is in a good spot, and you can tell they're ready to rush this quarterback.
Just on the edge of the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The Red Raiders line it up with a 1st and goal. They'll go to the air. Rushes on him. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And I absolutely love what this defense is doing, man. You know exactly what time it is. You've got a big lead. They're going to have to throw the football. So more nickels, more dimes.
And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown and a little window dressing here at the end of the game.
And a nice touchdown. Continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
He wants to throw it. Almost had the completion, just missed it. Undeterred by this huge deficit in the last half minute, they'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.